Hey, what's going on guys, CodeMechaKings here. Have you ever been thinking about full-blown web scraping with the Chrome developer tools? Well, I had, and in this video I would like to show you what did I came up with so far. So if you're interested, buckle up and we begin. So the very first thing to consider, we need to try to inspect the element in order to simply to invoke our console, and just to make it work more efficiently, we can make some space for our console, and also we can shift this to the right slightly a bit. So I want to see the console and the element inspection window at the same time, and now you will understand why exactly I actually need this. And one more little interesting thing to consider, we can zoom in by holding the control key and actually scrolling mouse upwards. Okay, so let me just try to adjust this slightly a bit more. Actually, probably I did scroll, I did increase the size too much. Yeah, now this is perfect. So here, in order to extract the data, well, we could have used the bare JavaScript, but that's a bit too long. So I would like to use jQuery for this purpose. But if we just try to use the jQuery function here, you see like it returns the undefined because it's not, believe it or not, it's not there. So the very first thing to consider, actually, we need to import our jQuery. So let's go to the very top of the document, and here at the very end of the head tag, we were supposed to be adding a new script just right over here that would contain our jQuery source. Okay, so let's create a variable called jQuery, and it would be equal to document.createElement, and I want to create the script tag basically, and yeah, this is it. So the next thing to consider, we need to provide the source to this jQuery variable. So jQuery.source would be equal to, and now I'm going to jQuery CDN to grab this jQuery version 3 source code link here. Okay, and now we need to append this to the particular document. So if I say document.get element by tag name, and we're getting the head tag, let's consider the very first element here, and we simply need to append our jQuery variable. And now right over in here, it should have appeared kind of new element there. Okay, so here is our script being created, and from now on we can actually try to make use of our jQuery function, which is absolutely fantastic. But that's not it yet. And for now, I will just go to the bare console to make it just more space for it. And let me just go slightly a bit back here. So the next thing to consider, we need to loop over the range of pages, right? So let me just try to grab this URL. So first, we would be making the HTTP request to this particular URL, even though we're already here, and we can actually extract some data out from this page in particular. But still, we're interested in crawling the pagination, right? So that's the reason to create the fetch method here, and then do it within the loop. But first we will debug all the data extraction logic, and then we will actually be working with the pagination. But the initial fetch method is essential, and you will now see why exactly this is kind of so. So the fetch method is some sort of a promise, so we need to use the then method in order to make sure that we're working with a response that was retrieved asynchronously. So here I will be using the arrow function definition for simplicity. So we're passing the data argument, and we want to return data. So data.text, so we want to extract all the textual values here, and then, well, let's actually try simply to log our output to the console. So console log data, and yeah, also don't forget to use this arrow function definition again. So I hold my breath and now hope to see the source. Yeah, perfect. So now we got our source, which means that from now on we can in the second then method we can actually try to work with our data parsing. And also just to make it prettier, so if I just hold the shift and hit enter, I can replace this thens in a more pretty printed way, this like so, just to make it prettier here. Okay, so as far as we got our data, the next thing to consider would be to parse this using the jQuery. So I'm using this jQuery function to select the entire data, and then we need to find, and what we need to find here is all the cards. So let me just try and inspect this element again, and let me just try to find the parent property card wrapper, this one. Okay, so just let me grab this element here, and so we're looking for a div tag with a class equals to property card wrapper, right? And now I will be using the jQuery specific each method to loop over all the card elements. So here we need to specify the function taking the index as an argument, and okay, yeah, this it's not, I don't really like that. It's a bit, yeah, now it fits the width of the screen. Okay, so now for every element, well, first we could have tried to extract the textual value, but actually we need to find some sort of nested data within every element. I'm sorry guys, I'm just doing this for the very first time in my life, so I've just tested this yesterday, so I don't really have that much experience with the JavaScript web scraping. So okay, so probably we actually need to lock the following stuff to the console and here. So I'm using this keyword to reference every object in particular that we're looping over. Okay, and within this element we need to find recursively the title, description, and all the stuff there. So you know, like, yeah, probably we can even create, yeah, probably it would be better just to create a structure here. So let's create a variable called features. So variable features, and this would be the type of Python dictionary. Okay, and then we'll try to log this to the console. Okay, log and features, this like, yeah, perfect. So now let's consider the title, that would be equal to, and this dot find. So now we're looking for the elements recursively, and let's try and inspect this title here. So okay, h2 property card title, so I copy this, getting back to my console. So h2 tag and the class equals to property card title, and we want to find the text to get the textual element. So now I hold my breath and try to run this stuff, and I hope to see. Okay, so it seems like we did extract our titles. They should have be so we need to strip these elements, and to be honest, I have no idea how to strip this within the JavaScript, so let me try to Google this for a while. So just pause the video, hold on a sec guys. Okay, it seems like it's done with a function called trim, so let's try that as well. Okay, so here I'm just wondering, can I oh, sorry, didn't mean this. Just wanted to make a new line. So I'm just wondering, can I trim this link? Okay, yeah, perfect. So the string has been stripped now. This is absolutely fantastic. So let's move on in this case. So the next thing to consider would be to extract our what are we supposed to be extracting. So let's try the address, right? So let's inspect this element, and okay, let's consider, okay, item prop address country, yeah, this one, or maybe even better, this one, item prop street address, and yeah, we would be referencing the content attribute. Okay, so address would be equal to this dot find and meta tag, and the item prop equals to street address, and we're looking for an attribute of content. Well, and I hold my breath and try to run this again, and hopefully to get, yeah, title and address are now being extracted. So this is really nice. Okay. You know, I guess I'm not really gonna be well, okay, just forget that. So let's inspect the price now. Property card price value. So let's copy this one, and here let's extract the price. Probably the better way of doing things would be first to provide this data extraction logic, and then actually doing this fetching stuff. Yeah, but in that case we won't have this data converted to text, and we would be working with the DOM node elements directly. Well, not sure. So, you know, again, as far as I'm doing this for the very first time, I will probably discover the better way of doing this. So, but for now, let's just try to do this as a proof of concept. So find, and was it what kind of element was it actually? Elements div class. Okay, so the div class equals to this one, and again I guess we want the textual value, so let's try this. Okay, and also we need to strip the string by using the trim function there. So yeah, and actually just to pre-print this stuff, I don't know, it's a bit slow here. I feel some lags, but doesn't matter. Okay, and trim. Okay, so yeah, this should work. Okay, now got our price. Perfect. And do we have something else kind of interesting here? Yeah, add a date, and I remember there were like bedrooms and bathrooms and things like that, or was it actually right over in here? Oh, it's probably not right over in here. So yeah, let's grab the description in this case. So let's inspect the description here. Okay, property description, and we'll just grab all the text recursively from here. So copy, and okay, so oh my god, what have I done? Nope, shift enter, not the enter but the shift enter. So description, and this dot find, was it a div? Span item prop description. Okay, span item prop description, and yeah, let's just try to extract all the text available. So I hope this should work. Okay. Okay, seems like the description now working perfectly well. So the very last thing to consider would be to add our date. Okay. Let's inspect the date as the very last thing to consider here, and then we'll move on basically. So this span. Nope. Okay. And date. Span property card. Okay. Span. Okay, and we want the textual value. Okay, so let's have a look. We do have our date. Yeah, perfect. So from now on, we get the entire data set for the very first page. And first, there is some sort of a tricky logic regarding creating the appropriate data set to fit that to the purpose of downloading this as the CSV file, and that's a little bit complicated because, you know, like, I guess Chrome developer tools not really intended for web scraping purposes, and it doesn't really have those shortcuts for like you have this CSV module in Python, things like that. So and also I'm trying not to use the third-party libraries apart from jQuery, so just to make it easy, just to make this tutorial kind of easy to follow. So okay, I just want to make sure. So it creates a new, yeah, okay, title, address. So we need now we need to append this. So I'm just trying to think. Yeah, probably. So we need to create a CSV format from these guys actually, and I'm just thinking what would be the better way of doing this. Okay, just hold on a sec. Well, okay guys, so it really needs to be worked out way better than I do it right now at the moment, but we'll probably go the following approach. So first I would like to create a variable to store our data basically. So let's create, I don't know, data list, this like, okay, and now right over in here we would be pushing our data to the data list. But before that, I want to grab this entire code and I want to make it within a loop basically. So I can say for page, not the page, but let's create a local variable here equals to 0. Page is less than, no, it's starting from 1 actually. Let's scroll through a couple of pages, 3 pages, no, 2 pages, 1, 2, well, doesn't matter, and increment the page. And here we got an offset variable within the string parameters. Let me just try to find that. Oh my god, where is our offset? Oh, it's not available yet because it's the very first page, I guess. So let's just append this at the very end. So and offset equals to, and now we need convert our page to string, but before that we need to multiply this by 24 because it uses the 24 entries per page offset. And oh my god, I don't remember how to do this to string, I guess, right? Okay, let's try this. Okay, yeah, so now it seems like it did crawl through 2 pages, right? Okay, so in this case, well, let's actually try to add one more page just as a proof of concept. So this, like 1, 2, oh, probably, well, we'll see it later on, basically. So at least this URL seems to be valid, which is already nice. So here, instead of logging the results, I actually want to push my data to, I call this data array, right? Data dot push and this features. So at the very end we'll have our data as the list of dictionaries. Well, at least I hope so. Data push is not a function. This is interesting. Okay. Okay, hold on, guys. Sorry, guys. I remember just realized. Yeah, we can't use the data because it's some sort of a key. Oh, it's not a keyword. It's this data that we take in as. Yeah, sorry. So instead of data, let's call this. I don't know. Not the output, but oh my god, how to call this? Properties. I don't know. Okay, and. Yeah, the syntax is right, but just need to use another variable name. Okay, now this should work. I hope. Okay, seems like. So, let's have a look at our properties. Okay. Yeah, it seems like, yeah, we got really lots of data here. Yeah, perfect. So this is all our extracted data. And now one more little challenge here. We actually need to download this data, but you know, like I've been working around with I just need to provide a valid sort of a CSV formatting. Okay, so let's try to loop over this data first. So if I say properties and each, and okay, it starts lagging for some reason. Okay, index, and so oh my god, why is this so slow? I have no idea. Okay, so let's try to log this. Okay. Okay, seems like I've just found a method of how can we convert this to a string, which is already pretty nice. So JSON dot stringify and properties. Is this gonna work? Okay, it doesn't really add some new lines, but still, well, let's do at least something at the moment, so we can actually try to download this somehow. I mean, I'm really sorry, guys. I need to work this out way better, but it takes time, and I don't have time at the moment, so we have just what we have. So now we need to create a new element, which would be a download link. Okay, so yeah, right over in here. So let's get back to our console and let's pick up a head tag here, and we want to append and a tag download equals to, let's call this right move. Let's just keep the text format for a while, and close the a tag. Okay, so it should have created a new element. No, it's not here. Okay, this is it. Where's my console? Where has it gone, basically? This is very strange. The console has gone somewhere from the Elements tab. Okay. Yeah, my computer is going absolutely crazy at this moment. I don't know why this is so laggy, basically, but for some reason. Okay, and now we need to try to select this a tag with the download attribute equals to right move dot txt. Okay, and specify the attribute of href. Well, first let me just try to make sure that it actually works. So let's get back to the Elements tab. Man, you kidding me? Why are you always doing this shit? Come on. I need a head tag instead. It just remembers the position of the last inspected element, I guess. No, we didn't even append this. Bad. Okay. Okay, let's just try to make sure that we actually pick up that element. No, it's not. This is a bit strange. Okay, that's because I just spell right move wrong way. Okay. Now we need to fix this first. This I am really ashamed for this video, guys, but I just want you to see. Yeah. So let's how I learn things, basically. Let's rename this to right move.txt. Okay. And now the h reference. kidding me, man? Oh, that's because GHT. Okay, now we did manage finally to append the H reference. So as far as we did manage to do this, now we need to say like, so here we need to say window.url.createObjectURL, and here we need to create a new blob that takes okay, type let's keep it type text basically. I hope this should work. And here JSON.stringify and our properties. Okay. Yeah, let's have a look at this element one last time to make sure it did great what we need actually. So yeah, and the very last thing left here is actually try to click this, so to mimic the click event here. So I'm using the bare JavaScript click just for the simplicity, and now it should have given me this file being downloaded. Obviously this file would have contained a one-line source, which is not really that great, even though it is actually a valid source, but there has to be some sort of way of how one can actually add some indentations to. So let me just try JSON.stringify indentations. So maybe there is some sort of an option. Unfortunately, I'm not familiar with JavaScript that well. Takes more optional arguments. Oh, indented for spaces, so null and for. Okay, hold on guys, hold on. So maybe I will just now do this. So properties null, and well, let's have two spaces. Okay, and try again. I'm not sure, but maybe this. Oh my god, yeah, I can't believe this, but this is actually happening. So now we did store our data in the valid JSON format, believe it or not. So yeah, now this is user readable. I need also to find a way of how to store this to CSV properly, and yeah, this really needs to be worked out that great. But still, we did crawl through the range of pages here and did extract the data from those pages, and did extract all the data just like we do in the regular web scraping. So I'm really sorry guys for this tutorial being slightly bit weird, because you know, like I'm not really that good at JavaScript. I'm a Python developer, but you know, like I just really wanted to try something that is possible to be done like for everybody within the single developer tools. That you know, like everybody has browser, everybody has these developer tools, and I personally consider that having the only browser to actually extract the data is actually pretty fantastic basically. So this is it for this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed and learned something interesting from it, and from my side I promise you guys to work this out way better just to find a proper way of how to actually store the data to CSV. I don't know, maybe there's some sort of a shortcuts or something, I don't know. And also maybe the data extraction logic would have been slightly different if in the case of extracting this to CSV. I'm not sure. But anyway, I really hope to keep this new series of web scraping in browser basically, and I'm really wondering what do you guys actually kind of think about this. I won't be providing the code for this video because it's still kind of pretty weird and I really need to work this out even more, as I already mentioned. But later on, I guess it would be possible just to provide the script, just a bare textual file containing all the stuff that I've written within the console that you can actually kind of paste to your console, click enter, and then you will just download this kind of file. That's kind of it. So it really kind of pretty raw at the moment, and it really needs some working out as well. So thanks for watching, until the next time, and take care.